Welcome to Beyond the Chutes, the rodeo podcast that dives deep into the heart of Western culture. I'm your host, Doug Simcox, and here we explore it all. Rodeo's rich histories, the legends and their stories, today's competitors shaping the sport, and the behind-the-scenes heroes who make it happen. From bucking chutes to timed events, from rodeo history to current events, this is your all-access pass to the world of rodeo. Our show is presented by Parasite Systems, who help vet clinics and animal owners experience the power of sight. New in 2025, the all-in-one analyzer featuring fecal site AI, hemosite AI, and flow site AI technology. You can find them at parasitesystems.com. Welcome to this special edition of Beyond the Chutes, is presented by Parasite Systems. I'm your host, Doug Simcox, and today is Friday, July 11th, and we're going to be talking about the 33rd Annual International Finals Youth Rodeo that took place and is taking place in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The event draws nearly 1,000 youth athletes each year. Last year's event paid out nearly $250,000 in cash and prizes. There have been 11 performances that kicked off on Sunday evening, July 6th. 2 performances a day. There's a short round this evening, and the top 15 in each event are going to be competing for the championship. There are 3 arenas that have been set up. They've been very, very busy down there. The events include the Cowgirls Barrel Racing, the Cowgirls Pole Bending, the Cowgirls Breakaway Roping, the Cowgirls Goat Tying, Team Roping, Tie-Down Roping, Steer Wrestling, Bull Riding, Saddle Bronc Riding, and Bareback Riding. We've got a special episode today because joining me by the phone is Team Australia, and they've come to compete, represent our country, and make memories while here in the U.S. And back with us in 2025, if you remember, we recorded with her in last year, Miss Kylee Ferguson with the Youth Rodeo Organization team and Team Australia. If you wouldn't mind, Kylee, introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your role with the team.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Kylee Ferguson, and I'm the director of the Youth Rodeo Organisation in Australia. And, actually in Australia and New Zealand, but we don't actually have New Zealand competitors here this year. But we do have 6 that have come over from Australia, and from 3 different states I think we've covered this year. So, yeah, I think if people realise that Australia really is as big as the United States, if you are laying, the countries across each other, it's just that ours is so much more spread out and nowhere near as populated. So to have kids from 3 states here is probably covering a big distance in Australia.
Absolutely. And tell us a little bit about the Youth Rodeo Organization.
Yep, so we bring teams of kids across to the United States, and we actually have a team going to New Zealand later this year too. And our whole objective is to try to bring small groups so that they bond with as a team, and they get to experience that team morale and team building, and we all stay together and play together, I guess you could say, and it just helps create memories, and they get to meet kids from across the world and create memories with them too. And the thing is they meet people that become lifelong friends on these tours. So I guess that's more of our objective, more so than the actual competing, is that they get those experiences.
You bet. And the sharing of cultures from 2 great countries. So let's meet Team Australia. Sure. So hand the phone around, whoever wants to go, and those are the 6 that aren't with us tonight. If you wouldn't mind, Kylee, just say a few words about them, but hand the phone around and let's meet one of our team members.
Okay, I'll go with the 2 that I have here, and then I'll come back and I'll just introduce the others that are not here at the moment. So first of all, we have Holly Bryant.
Hi, my name's Holly. I'm 17 years old from Mount Isa, Queensland, and I compete in the barrel racing, and this is my first time over in America.
Oh, so exciting. So exciting. And what grade are you in school?
I'm in grade 12 this year. I'll graduate school in 3 months, and then I should be heading to college after that, yeah.
Oh, very nice. All right. Who else do we have with us?
Hi, my name's Macie Creevey. I'm 16 and I'm in year 11. I live at Augustala, Queensland, and I compete in the barrel race and the pole bending.
Excellent, excellent. And I saw you on Facebook. You got to carry the Australian flag in the opening.
Yes, yeah.
Welcome to the U.S. and welcome to Beyond the Chutes.
Thank you.
Yes. And who else back to you then, I think, Kylee.
Yeah, back to me. So also over here on the team, we had Grace McDonald and her brother Darcy from Darwin in the Northern Territory. And we did have, last year we had one girl from up in the Northern Territory as well. She was from Humpty Doo, you might remember that. And so she had a few comical things to say. But Grace is competing at the National High School Finals, so they've already left. And then we have from New South Wales, we have Caitlin Moran, better known as Sis to us. She was competing in the barrel racing and breakaway roping. And so she had a nice quick time in the first round of the breakaway roping, which was good to see. And then finally, Kylee Ferguson, who was also here last year. He rode in the saddle bronc and the bull ride, and he also team roped with a local boy here this year. So that was a fun event for him. And he's made it back to the short go tonight, so he'll be in the saddle bronc in the short go, which will be great.
Absolutely. So he's already at the arena getting all ready to ride, and we're going to wish him luck.
Thank you very much. And I'll just, I think there was a little bit of confusion with the school, so I'll probably just explain that. So our school year actually runs from January through to December because our summer holidays are obviously in December, January. Mm-hmm. So that's why when you said, are you going into grade 12? So, our kids would have started grade 12 back in January, so they finish in December.
So all of them are missing school, took a break from school, high school, to come here and compete.
Well, some of them will have had some time off school, but we actually have a couple of breaks through the year. So in June, July, we have a 2-week break. I guess you call it a spring break or a winter break, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's winter break. And so fortunately, the IFYR does fall on that. So Holly, she's only here for the IFYR, so she's going back tomorrow. She leaves to go back to Australia. So she's actually not missing any school, which was really lucky. But the rest of the team are staying on for the Cinch World Junior Championships in 2 weeks' time at Guthrie, and so they will be missing some school.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure they're going to be very sad about that.
Yeah. But they've got to keep up, right? They've got to do their studies.
They do. And most of them have a really good schooling system and teachers that help them as long as they show the initiative to catch up. I know Cade's school was very good with that. If they show the initiative, they help them do extra work after class to catch up.
Okay. So let's shift a little bit. Big journey from Australia to Oklahoma. Per my calculations, it sounds like if you were going to travel via jet, of course, from Australia to New York City, it's typically going to take around 20 to 30 hours, depending on the city, layovers and airline routes and all that sort of thing. Is that about right? 20 to 30 hours of travel time?
Correct. That is about right. Like the flight from Sydney to Dallas is about 16 or 17 hours, but most of these team members have had to do 2 flights before that. So yes, you're correct in saying about 20 to 30 hours travel time, and then, usually an overnight somewhere along the line. And then, we landed in Dallas and had a vehicle that we've driven up to Shawnee in. So at least 2 days travel to get here.
Oh, wow.
And then, we've been getting a lot of questions. The girls have been getting a lot of questions about how they got their horses here.
Yeah. And
I think we may have talked about this a little last year too, that these kids, the time event kids over here, have to, what you guys call jump ride a horse. Mm-hmm. We call it mount out in Australia, but so they're getting on horses. They only get to ride 2 or 3 times before the event. And so they're really at a bit of a disadvantage from the start, but they've done amazing. I think what the USA people see is that we have really good horsemanship and competitors in Australia for them to be able to jump ride and do as well as they do.
Yeah. And is that set up in advance, Kylee? Which horses they'll be?
Kind of. It's really only set up by, so I have a list of recommended people that are just friends or friends of friends that are willing to lend or hire their horse. And so I give that list to any of the team members, and it's basically then they liaise between each other and send videos backwards and forwards of, them riding, and then the horse supplier sends videos of the horses, and they just hope that they get one that they can connect with.
Okay. And other challenges, as I look at this, time zone differences. You guys, just roughly, and I know it's anywhere from 14 and a half to 15 hours time zone difference ahead of where you are competing today. And if my math is right, we're recording it about 6:00 p.m. on a Friday evening. It's 9 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday morning in Australia. So how do you deal with the jet lag?
Certainly is.
How do you deal with the jet lag?
The first 2 or 3 days, not very well at all. So we try to keep busy through the day, because if we stay at the hotel room, you tend to just go to sleep, and then you can't sleep at night. So we do try to keep busy through the days, and then take melatonin if we need to at night, and try to get into the rhythm of the time zone difference. But yeah, some of them are still struggling with it. Cade particularly, he's probably a bit of a night owl, so he's been staying out till 2 or 3 in the morning some nights, and then sleeping all day. But I think the last couple of days he's caught up to it. He's been going to bed earlier than all of us.
That is a lot of time difference. It's a challenge,
Yeah.
that's for sure. What about food differences? What's the team say about food differences? What do you miss, or what have you tried, or
Well, we always miss our Vegemite, which not too many Americans like, but it's just like a little yeast extract that we put on toast in the morning. So I usually cart a little one, and so has one of the mums got one here, so that we can at least have that if we get any cravings.
Okay.
But one of the girls today said she was just craving for a meat pie, because meat pies are probably one of the biggest foods in Australia, most common foods, I guess you could say, that we have.
Yeah.
But there's some things over here that we really like too. The ice cream was pretty good, and the girls have found a place that they like the hot chocolates at. IHOP serves the best hot chocolates at 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Nice. Hot chocolates. Very nice. And weather differences. I know you said it's winter in Australia. Describe this time of the year back home.
Okay. So that's where it really depends on what part of Australia you're from. So myself and Holly, and Macie are all from outback Queensland. It's just that Holly and I are from northern outback Queensland, and Macie's from southwestern outback Queensland. So they're very dry climates. They are hot in summer, and not like we might get a week or two of cold weather. Well, cold to us, but nowhere near as cold as what most in the United States probably experience. But it's probably more desert type weather. But what we're really finding here in Shawnee is the humidity is what's killing us. Because, we're probably used to 110, 115 degrees in summer, Fahrenheit, but it's a very dry heat. So I think it's only been about 90 here in Shawnee, but the humidity is, it's been really killing us.
Yeah.
So, we've been struggling with it.
Okay. And since you've been in the U.S., and this is for all of you guys, what are some of the things you've done or seen? Anything on your bucket list you've checked off yet?
Well, I'll go for the ones that have not been here before, because I've been here several times.
Yeah.
So, Holly, is there anything in your bucket list that you've checked off?
Probably going to an American rodeo has definitely been a pretty big thing on my bucket list that I've wanted to do, that's for sure.
Okay. And you're talking about the IFYR when you say that?
Yeah, pretty much just American rodeos in
Okay.
general.
Okay.
In comparison to Australian rodeos, you just don't get a lot of the competitor numbers that you would in America. So it's definitely great to see people in your age bracket that are competing at a lot higher levels than you are, that's for sure.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll
Yeah.
just go to Macie and see if she had anything she's ticked off her bucket list.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to meet some of the Texas Rattlers today, some
Oh.
of the Australian competitors that ride for the Texas Rattlers.
Okay.
So Brady Fielder, Callum
Yeah.
Miller, Macaulay Leather. So that was pretty
Nice.
cool.
That is
Macie,
cool.
anything else?
My bucket list would probably be just competing with like the American girls and being up there with them and knowing that like you're being involved with the American rodeos, and that's probably the biggest thing for me.
Okay. Okay. And
That's
along
awesome.
that
Yeah.
that is awesome. And anyone else, Kylie, that you want to report out on? The four remaining.
No, I think, we just want to say how thankful we are to the IFYR for always giving great hospitality to us and the team members. Like the pickup men always have horses there for us and always have them saddled, and they're just really kind to us. And the volunteers that are there every year, like they've just always tried to make time for our team, and we're just very thankful of how welcoming they are to us.
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. So, what have been, you guys kind of started down this road, what has been some of your favorite moments in the arena? Tell us about a run or a ride that stood out for you, good or bad, and what made it memorable.
Have you girls got anything? I'll say mine while they're thinking. So I've been helping volunteering a few of the sessions on one of the gates at the pole bending and rough stock end of the arena. And when those girls do an awesome pole bending run, like a 19, in the 19s or even the early 20s, but the few 19-second runs that they do, it's just really awesome to watch. Like, those horses are incredible when they do a 19-second run. So I think that's a little bit of a standout for me, being on that arena. Have you got one, mate?
Yeah, so the biggest thing in the arena for me is, I forgot now. You go first.
Probably for me, it's probably the amount of horsemanship that can be seen over here. It's definitely, you're able to see the difference between someone that likes doing their job and then someone that wants to make it to the top. The horsemanship levels are definitely vary depending on who wants to win more, that's for sure.
Okay. And
Yeah, I got it.
Macie's got one. Macie's
Okay.
got one for you.
all right, Macie.
In the arena, obviously, even if you make a clean run and everything's sweet, but also going back out there, even if you haven't, and trying your best again and giving it a go and just improving and going on to the next one with a smile on your face and supporting other girls.
I love that. I love that.
That's awesome.
Isn't that
Yep.
awesome? That's all about
Me too.
mindset. And you guys all have raised some great things that you've noticed, and that's exciting. So how is social media, streaming via Next Gen, or how's that affected you guys? Because I think folks back home can watch, or it's at least being captured, right?
Yeah, so NextGen has captured most of it, but we've also been videoing and keeping the people back home updated as quickly as we can on our Facebook page with the individual runs. So, yeah, I think we've been doing a fairly good job of that, keeping everyone back in Australia updated as well. But, yeah, for those that have the ability to watch it on NextGen, it's been great that they can see that back home.
Okay. And you guys are all keeping in touch with family and so forth. And I do want to mention this as we talked about all the travel. Do you guys have any sponsors or anyone you want to thank for helping you on this adventure?
Well, we have a lot of sponsors for the Youth Rodeo organisation, and the girls wear their shirts around. Oh, well, the girls and the guys. It's just that the girls are in front of me. So they've got, the North Queensland Elite Rodeo, Double Barrel Entertainment, Bell Rural Contacting, Mount Isa Rodeo, and Red Bank Grazing. They're the ones that have been, and VK Vinyl as well as a rodeo saddle shop. So those sponsors have been with us since the very beginning, like since I think 2017 we started bringing kids over, and most of those sponsors have been with us all along. So we've been grateful that they keep coming back every year to help us.
You bet. You bet. Helps the wheels of the bus go round and round. So what's next? So when you get back home, or even before you get back home, maybe you got more plans here in the U.S. I know that some of the teams are going to the National High School Finals Rodeo. Some are going on to cinch competition down in Oklahoma, or in Oklahoma where you are, in a couple weeks. What else have you guys got going on, whether you're going back home or you're staying for a while? What do you got lined up? What's next?
Actually, we have this year, our very first year of having an international challenge in Australia, and that's only like 2 weeks after we get back. So we've got Team USA and Team New Zealand coming to Australia, and I believe next year Canada wants to jump in on this as well. And so they're coming over for about 10 days, and we're hitting two of our sponsors that I mentioned there, Mount Isa Rodeo and North Queensland Elite Rodeo. So we'll be having the International Challenge at those two rodeos, and also another one at Richmond on the Tuesday night between them. So it's basically one weekend, then the Tuesday night, and then the following weekend. And it's a new thing for us, and we're just hoping that it goes great, and that the sponsors want to continue and hopefully make it bigger and better each year as well. So that's probably the immediate thing after we get back, but then we've got more tours coming over here in October as well, so it's a busy few months for us.
Oh wow, that's exciting. And that's like the first annual you've done this international event back in Australia.
So I guess it started last year. A friend, Cactus Rodeo Company, got a team together for Team USA to bring them over, and it was just bull riders at that stage, or youth bull riders, obviously. But then it went really well, and we decided to expand on that, and New Zealand sort of wanted in on the opportunity, so we opened it up to other events as well. So we've got both timed events and rough stock events in the Youth Challenge. And, so we're really looking forward to it, and I'm just hoping that it's as successful as that I'm visualising in my brain that it will
that's
be.
Exciting. That's exciting times. Good for you guys. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That'll be fun. We should keep in contact, and maybe you can give me a report out on that. Would that work?
Yes, I'd love to do that.
Okay. And for the ladies that are with you, what's next?
Well, I get back on the 14th, so my next rodeo will probably be 4 days after that.
Oh, wow.
And then from there, I'll have a rodeo every weekend until it's over.
Oh, wow. And are there finals or championships you're running for?
If I get enough points across the season, there should be a finals rodeo I'm able to compete in. Of course, that just depends on how I compete in my rodeos and how dedicated I am.
Sure. Excellent.
I think the biggest thing when I head back home for me is, first of all, going back to school, but also taking all the knowledge and like everything that we have learned and all the skills that have been imparted to take it home and use it to our horses and try and make it better. And
well, that's excellent. That's excellent. And no doubt lots of life lessons and experiences you guys have been enjoying and learning from. So along those lines,
yes, for sure.
And this is to all three of you, one at a time. If you could give one piece of advice to another young rodeo athlete back home in Australia who wants to compete at the IFYR someday, what would you tell them?
Well, this is from me, from Kylee.
Yeah.
I would say just to either click on our Facebook page, Youth Rodeo Organisation, or go to our website, www.youthrodeo.com.au, and you'll see all the different tours that we do, but the IFYR is always one of our favourite. It's for 14 to 19-year-olds, but we have other events there right from little peewee kids that can come over. So make sure you do if you want the lifetime opportunity. And as I said, it's more about, like, the competition is one side of it, but what we try to instill is that team building experience and being part of a team, and we sort of treat it as travelling like a netball team or like a softball team. Actually, there's a softball team staying here at the hotel. So It's nice to have that team experience rather than it being, because it is an individual sport, but you can still make it a team experience.
You bet. You bet. Excellent.
So
Thank you.
That's my perspective. I'll hand over to Macie now.
Advice, hey? Yeah. My advice to other people in Australia that want to get into it is just take it while you can. It's a one opportunity in a lifetime, and yeah, it's really good, and you're not only just part of a team, but you're also part of a family, and you meet new mates and friends, and you have them friendships for life, and you also always have connections back to them, whether it's your American friends or your Aussie friends. Like, yeah, I think that's my advice. So
I love
just take it while you can.
I love it. Take it while you can. I love it. I love it.
For me, it would definitely be, if the opportunity arises for you, take it, because you don't know if you're going to get this opportunity again. And like Kylee and Macie said, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Not a lot of people can say you got to compete in America, let alone at the young age we were able to. So it's an amazing experience, and it's with a really amazing leader like Kylee Ferguson that makes everything run smooth and really makes us enjoy our time here. And most of all, if you're close to the end of your school career like I am, I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to do, whether I wanted to pursue the next step in my rodeo career or focus on school. Coming overseas and being able to compete in a bigger and better rodeo scene than what we have in Australia really definitely widens your thoughts and really gives you that opportunity to change your life. So yeah, really just take the chance while you have it.
Take the chance while you have it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for that. I like that advice that all three of you have given, and what an opportunity the Youth Rodeo Organization is providing for Team Australia. So final question. If you could bring one thing from Australia to add to the IFYR experience where you are there in Oklahoma, what would it be? One thing.
Well, I would have to say, if it was possible, which it's not,
Yeah.
I would love to bring a kangaroo, because the lady that helps us, Renee Underwood, the one that has helped us ever since we started coming to IFYR, all she wants is a kangaroo, and I would love to be able to bring that for her. But it's not realistic, but you did ask us if we could bring one thing. Yeah. That's what it would like to be.
What would it be? Absolutely. I'd love it. Yeah, kangaroo in Oklahoma. I think that would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll hand over to Macie.
I think one thing I would bring, like you can bring him, but is probably my horse, because I believe that he can run up there in the big dogs and succeed, and just give that opportunity to him, even because he is a part of this lifetime experience, and he got me here, so it was a bit hard to do it without him, but we managed, and he's taught me a lot of things. So I'll pass it on to Holly.
Nice. Thank you.
I know Macie said something really inspirational about her horse just then, but I want to bring my Australian snacks, to be honest.
No, wait a minute. I didn't hear that. Australian
Coffee.
Snack?
My snacks, like Australian food.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely doesn't compete with the American food. I'm missing my high strength coffee right now.
Okay. And And okay, so coffee, and earlier I think I heard something about Vegemite. And
And a good tub of Vegemite as well, actually, and gravy. Oh, I could make a list.
And gravy. And what kind of gravy are we talking about? When you say gravy, like, is that like beef gravy, chicken gravy?
We mostly use it's a rich brown gravy.
Okay.
So on most times when we have steak or potato, most times at a nighttime meal we would have brown gravy with it.
Okay, very nice.
But our brown gravy is something else. Like our brown gravy can make food that isn't even nice taste good.
Okay. So bring you a jar of gravy with you. You might want to talk to the folks there at the IFYR and see if they can't get you Vegemite, brown gravy, and strong coffee, Australian type strong coffee, and meat pies. I heard that too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, this has been fun, guys, to catch up again. This has been fun.
Thanks, Doug. We actually might need to get going because we're going to be late to watch Kate in the short go if we don't get going soon. So It's been lovely to chat with you.
Okay.
And we appreciate your time.
Yep. I appreciate you guys being on.
This is Kylee.
This is Holly.
This is Macie.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, ladies, thank you for being on Beyond the Chutes. Safe travel. We hope to see you back in the U.S. real soon.
Thank you.
Guys. We hoped you enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Chutes. If you did, please share us with your friends. Like us, follow us, subscribe, leave us comments. We love hearing from you. Hey, and do visit our Facebook page. We've got all kinds of reels up there. Beyond the Chutes is the name of our Facebook page. And visit our website, beyondthechutes.show. And we'd like to give a great big shout out to our sponsor, Parasite Systems. They help the BTC bus on the road. They help us keep the wheels turning. And I have said in the past, I listen to podcasts, and I've got a brand new one that I want to pass on to you. It's called The Wandering Gypsy RV Life. Had an opportunity to meet the host, Stan Cromlish, when I was in Alabama. So do give a listen. You can find all of his shows. They are on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all the places where you go and listen. And just so you know, he has helped me keep the rig rolling and is doing some updates in 2025 to give us a hand. And I want to say thank you to the Kickback Ranch and Resort down there in Raymer, Alabama, about 20 minutes south of Montgomery. What a great host they were for that rodeo reunion we went to down there. And for your family, take them down. They've got all kinds of great things for you to do with your kids. Beautiful place, wonderful trails, beautiful lakes, and all kinds of good things. So find them at kickbackranch.net. Give Miss Mindy and the staff a call. They will get you set up. And I'd also like to say thank you to the IRA Facebook group page, Mr. Tim Sparks and Marlon Harris, keeping the IFYR rodeo heritage alive. And BTC is on the road again in 2025. We are scheduled to be at the 11th Annual Mountain Cove Rodeo Reunion in Walnut Grove, Georgia, over Labor Day weekend. Marlon and Claire Harris, what a great job they do putting on that reunion. So many great friends come in. We were there last year, and we're planning on going back to this 11th annual. And we're also headed up to the Western Festival de Saint-Tite in Saint-Tite, Quebec, over the 10-day run, September 5th through the 14th. We're going to be up there. And we want to say thank you to our listeners for taking us along with you on your long overnight runs as your long rodeo travels are taking place this time of the year as this 2025 rodeo season gets underway. So until next time, be safe, keep listening. We'll see you down the road. This is Doug Simcox.